Time to give out another Midco Sports game ball, and it's easily the toughest decision I have to make every week. And once again, it was grueling. But in the end, you got to respect the guy who set a record for most catches in a AAA game, most yards receiving in a AAA game. Jack Smith, you get this week's game ball. We'll get more to your big day. But let's talk about all the other top performers in South Dakota. Let's start off with an entire unit. The Jefferson defense balled out against O'Gorman, the top-rated offense coming into last week's 1 versus 2 game. O'Gorman had been averaging 48 points per game, but Jefferson held him to just 3 points in the first 3 quarters and 17 for the entire game. They got it started with a couple of defensive touchdowns. Bo Giblin's interception return, and Sam Siegfried was the recipient of this team defensive play. The Jefferson Cavaliers with an excellent defensive performance. Brendan Begeman of Harriet-Selby area with another epic night. He got to 5,000 career rushing yards with a huge 10-rush, 277-yard game where he scored 5 touchdowns. He's now the 13th ranked rusher in South Dakota high school football history. Bodell Davidson, a former game ball winner, went off again. A 208-yard rushing performance with 4 touchdowns, and he also threw this dime. Lincoln Kienholz, I'm not sure there's any more this guy could do to earn a game ball. Another outstanding performance against some of the best competition he's seen all year long. 320 yards and 4 touchdowns through the air, and he ran for another 197 yards and 2 more touchdowns on a typical 6-touchdown day for Lincoln Kienholz. His favorite target on the night was Jet Zabel, who caught 7 balls for 117 yards and cashed in on 3 touchdowns as Pierre came back to beat Brandon Valley. Speaking of those Lynx, they put up some great performances as well. Lucas Slack, 14 of 19 through the air for 315 and 2 touchdowns, and he also ran for 2 more touchdowns. His favorite target on the night, Dylan Langrock, 9 catches, 234 yards, and a touchdown. How about Jackson Gravengood of Roosevelt? He ran and caught his way to a 5-touchdown day. 130 yards on the ground, 62 more through the air as Gravengood led Roosevelt over Rapid City Central. Tate Schaefer of Lincoln put up the second best passing day in 11 AAA history with 453 yards through the air, scoring 5 touchdown passes. But the game ball goes to his receiver, Jack Smith, who caught 20 balls for 377 yards and 4 touchdowns as Lincoln found their way to a win over Stevens. No one has ever caught more than 17 balls in 11 AAA history, and 377 yards receiving was also a state record. Jack Smith not only just made it look routine, he made some extremely tough catches, including this one in the end zone with one hand. Jack Smith, you're this week's Midco Game Ball winner. Keep on ballin'.